certified strength and conditioning specialist, and today we are tackling the form and technique for the deadlift. Now, the deadlift is traditionally a wonderful strengthening exercises for our posterior chain throughout our glutes and our hamstrings. Functionally, it is also one of the best strengthening exercises you can do throughout your decades, as it's going to be the body mechanics and the strengthening of the same movements that we complete to pick things up from the floor, as you're caring for other people to pick up people or children in order to keep your body functionally strong throughout your life. So if you're ready to learn, let's go. When we step in to learn about the deadlift, the best thing that you can do for your form and technique is to learn form and technique before adding on the weights. It's extremely easy to start doing the deadlift with poor body mechanics that include lumbar flexion, flexing in our spine, versus hip hinging at our hips and creating a hip flexion movement. You can first start off with working on your hip hinge form for your deadlift by just your body weight to start with. So when I'm starting, feet are hip width apart, railroad tracks again. We've got that neutral spinal alignment. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. Pelvis is touched, core is engaged. I'm actively pushing my heels down into my floor to where I could almost lift my toes up off the floor if I needed to. From there, I'm going to think about my hips, keeping my core strong so my spine stays neutral, and I'm going to hip hinge down, squeezing the glutes as I come up, pushing weight down into the heels, shoulders down. Same thing again. Hip hinge, draw that belly button in, keep the back flat. I should be able to put a glass of water on your spine, and then nice and tall, back up. If you're still finding difficulty finding your hip hinge or neutral spinal alignment, grab your trusty old broom or a Swiffer, anything with a strong back handle. We're going to place this on our bodies. So first I'm going to find that alignment, and then I'm going to place this on my tailbone, have it in contact with my spine and keeping my head across. And this is a great way for cueing yourself at home. You're going to maintain that spinal alignment, hip hinge, keeping your core strong, back flat, and coming back up. So now you'll notice that if I don't maintain neutral alignment, I have a gap in between my body and the broom, which lets me know that I need to keep my core activated more so that I can maintain spinal alignment. And now the fun part, we're adding in weight. So we want to maintain everything you learned previously, and now with this added weight, the bigger challenge is going to be keeping your shoulders down away from your ears and not letting them crawl up as you get tired throughout your deadlift. So same thing, feet underneath my hips. I'm going to hinge forward, keeping my back nice and strong, and come back up. You want to keep the weights close into your body so that your shoulders stay down away from your ears, like you're going down your shins, and then straight back up, squeeze the glutes. Another big thing, watch my shoulders here. As you come down, notice my shoulders are staying retracted and pulled back. I'm not letting them be weak and not active, keeping it nice and strong, and back up. I'm also keeping my chin retracted so my cervical spine stays straight, and I'm not coming forward with a turkey head or anything. All right, and now from the front, same thing. Shoulders stay down. I'm looking about 2 to 3 feet in front of me so that I keep my cervical spine neutral, and back up. Coming all the way down that kinetic chain, I'm also keeping my ankles and my feet nice and strong. I'm not letting them cave in. Maintaining all alignment down that lower kinetic chain. Great job, guys. Shoulders down away from the ears. And back up. Big squeeze in those glutes. Now that we've learned the form and technique for the deadlift with the weights, we're going into showing you how your technique and form with the deadlift is very functional for everyday activities. Number one being that I see a lot from new mothers. Every time we have to hinge forward and pick our children up out of the crib and back up. We want to make sure that we are using that hip hinging technique, using those hammies and the glutes to really pull those hips forward so we reduce the stress on our lower back and our upper back. Second way it's more functional for your strength, every time we're having to go and pick up objects from the floor, we're constantly bending over and lifting things up no matter where we are in life. So again, make sure you're completing that hip hinge technique and back up. And if we can't get that low, we can always go into the golfer's technique, pick up, down, and up, still hinging at the hips. And that was our form and technique video for our deadlift. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as always, check out the previous videos for form and technique, as I truly believe that learning each one will add on a new bit of knowledge into your head to help you make that muscle-mind connection during your lifts to be that much more beneficial for you. And as always, if you have any comments or questions, please drop them down here below and subscribe so we can stay connected on this journey together.